Chennai has recently witnessed mass death of crows across several neighborhoods, including Adyar, Velachery, Thiruvanmiyur, Pallikaranai and Perungudi. This has raised concerns among residents. Laboratory testing of the samples from these dead crows confirmed the presence of the highly pathogenic H5N1 bird flu virus. This marks the first time such an incident has been reported in Chennai. While poultry has not been affected so far, Health Minister Subramanian has asked people to avoid eating uncooked chicken or raw eggs. We spoke with Dr. Rajeev, who will explain what the H5N1 virus is and how people can stay protected.
H5N1 is not a human influenza virus. It's a bird flu virus. Influenza viruses are a group of viruses, of which only a few have the ability to infect man. There are a few that infect birds, and H5N1 is one of the recent strains that have been infecting birds worldwide. Crows have been infected not only in India, but also in Japan, Europe, and other countries. H5N1 can spread rapidly between birds because they flock together, they feed from common sources, and they come in contact with, for example, poultry, and wild birds can travel across continents in search of food and water, and they commonly flock around natural water bodies such as ponds, lakes, reservoirs, where other birds may come into contact with them. Thus, the virus can efficiently spread between birds, and that explains why over 1,000 crows have been found dead in Tamil Nadu recently. H5N1 bird flu has been spreading all across the world, not just in India. But when it affects birds in a crowded area, it is expected to find a large number of birds dying from it, because birds are susceptible to this infection and this virus spreads efficiently among them. One might think what the threat to man is if it is only a bird flu virus. The problem with influenza viruses is that they are capable of genetic adaptation or genetic changes, or what we call mutations. Mutations can either be a single mutation being added one at a time, for example, 1 + 1 + 1, or it can mean a genetic reassortment, which means entire pages or chapters of a book being changed. If the entire book is the genome of the virus, imagine a few chapters being changed instead of individual words or spelling mistakes. Now that is called genetic reassortment, and human beings must be concerned that a bird flu virus should not get a chance to undergo genetic reassortment. In other words, if the bird flu virus makes a large genetic change in it, it may acquire the ability to spread to man efficiently and spread from man to man. But at this time, even though very rarely it has infected man, its ability to spread from man to man is very, very limited. In 2025 till August, only 26 cases of human H5N1 have been reported. It does carry a high mortality. 11 out of these 26 people died, and the reason for that is because humans do not have prior memory or prior immune memory for this particular virus. So in the absence of such an immune memory, it's an all new novel virus for us. Novel is the word used to a pathogen that human beings are not exposed to. For instance, SARS-CoV-2, which caused the COVID pandemic, was a novel virus. Humanity had no prior exposure, and that's why a large number of people died, especially in the first 2 years of the pandemic. But bird flu virus, as it stands, does not have the ability to spread efficiently from man to man, unlike COVID, which rapidly spread from person to person. By carelessly handling a dead bird such as a crow, we are giving the virus a chance to enter the human beings, which is why handling dead birds must be done by experts with sufficient precautions such as gloves. They must be buried or cremated according to standard protocols. We should not give this virus a chance to infect human beings, because every time this virus gets a chance to infect a human being, it's like playing the lottery. Remember, when many people play the lottery, one person wins. Likewise, if this virus is given a chance to infect many people, in one such case, the virus might get just one chance to produce a genetic reassortment, to create a new virus that has the ability to spread from man to man. We want to prevent that from happening. The exact method by which this happens is actually quite fascinating. Imagine a person who's already infected with a human influenza virus. Now this person gets exposed to a bird flu virus at the same time. So two viruses enter the same human cell. It's possible that these viruses may exchange genetic material. And when that happens several times, sometimes an efficient and successful virus might come out. And that is the situation we want to prevent. We do not want to give this virus any chance to adapt to human beings. This virus has the ability to spread to multiple bird species, including chicken and ducks. Variations of this virus have also infected mammals, which have indeed died in large numbers in other continents. So we are dealing with a virus that can fly across continents, fly across countries, fly across states, and infect randomly domestic and local birds. There is often a worry: what will happen if an infected bird is consumed by food? There is no danger if the bird is fully cooked thoroughly or if the egg is fully cooked or boiled. That's because this virus is unable to survive in such high temperatures. But the risk primarily occurs to the person who is handling the dead bird. The bird has to be cleaned, cut into pieces, and it is this process that causes a risk of infection. This is why people should not be using dead birds for food. But if we go to a restaurant and eat chicken curry or a boiled egg, we will not be infected for the reasons I mentioned. Bird flu primarily is a respiratory virus, which means it infects our lungs, which we need to breathe, to take in oxygen from the air so that it can supply our tissues. When our lungs are inflamed, oxygen is unable to enter our system and we starve of oxygen. People die of viral pneumonia and the death rate can be as high as 50%. Birds do not know boundaries between towns, villages, states, or countries or continents. They fly long distances and carry viruses with them. So we cannot stop these viruses from periodically infecting birds that live around us. But if an outbreak happens, standard precautions have to be taken. One, to dispose the dead birds carefully, and also to prevent other birds from being infected and to prevent infection of human beings. We now know that human health is no longer existing in isolation. Our health is connected with the health of animals and plants around us, our environment, our interaction with other animals and birds. So this is the concept of One Health. Through collective action, we can remain safely for a long time on this planet.